Hello, and welcome again to another episode of No Enemy Podcast Live with your host Sly. And I'm still solo. Will's not here tonight again. Got my boy with me though. He's always over my shoulder watching out for me. Yeah, so how's everybody been? I hope everybody's good. Everybody good? I hope so. All right, let's get into it. So, yeah, I'm doing all right. Everything's good tonight. Another beautiful day. Same shit, but a beautiful day, guys. Same shit, but a beautiful day. So let's get into it. I'm gonna start with something today, I guess, something real. I'm kind of in a rut, little rut right now. You know, funds aren't where I want them to be. Will's still out. The editing isn't done. I haven't been able to post anything yet. I haven't been able to post clips, and some nights I just sit here and ask myself, is this actually going anywhere? But but then I remember something. All right. Every spiritual tradition on earth, everyone says that the darkest moment is almost always right before the shift. The Bible calls it the wilderness. Buddhism calls it the dark night of the soul. Science calls it the struggle phase before breakthrough. Sorry about that. Buddhism calls it the dark night of the soul, and science calls it the struggle phase before breakthrough. They all saying the same thing in different languages. The rut is not the end, it's the middle. And the only way out is through. Yeah. So tonight we're going to talk about why we get stuck biologically and spiritually, and what both science and the soul are saying about how to move again. Let's get into it, guys. All right. So I was reading up on some stuff, looking at some stuff, and I guess your gut is your second soul. Your gut is your second soul. That's a good one. So the cause and effect, we like to do cause and effect here, guys. And we like to do a little spiritual stuff, and the science behind everything. So it says your gut and your brain are connected through a two-way communication system that scientists now call it the gut brain axis, linking gut microbes, your nervous system, and your brain chemistry, influencing everything from your mood and stress levels to how clearly you think and how motivated you feel. When your gut bacteria get out of balance from bad food, chronic stress, poor sleep, your guts gets inflamed. The inflammation travels directly to your brain through the vagus nerve and changes how you feel, how you think, and how much energy you have to face the day. Wow, that's crazy. So what you eat, your gut makes you motivated or not. That's crazy. People with more diverse gut bacteria consistently show better cognitive performance, low anxiety, and more emotional resilience. The opposite is also true. Damaged gut bacteria means damaged mood, damaged focus, damaged motivation. The rut you feel in your mind often starts in your stomach. Yeah. So what you eat, all that processed food they got out there, all that canola oil, that shit ain't good. Oof, all kinds of stuff out there. So biology and spirit. Let's talk about that. Meat on this one. They meet. I guess they pretty much meet on the same thing. Every ancient tradition has dietary laws. Judaism has kosher. Islam has halal. Buddhism emphasizes pure food. Hinduism has the Ayurvedic principles going back to thousands of years. I don't know if I said that right, but we tried. For centuries, people called that superstition, but science is now confirming that those traditions are already new. What you put in your body directly shapes the state of your soul's vehicle. The body is the temple, not just a metaphor, as a biological fact. Yeah, I used to tell people, this body's a temple, man. I can't. Why don't you got tattoos? It's a temple. It was funny. They're like, what the fuck? Get out of here, you dumb bitch. But and personally, when I'm honest with myself about this rut, I have to ask, what am I fueling this vehicle with, huh? Yeah, what am I eating? I'm trying to eat better. Because you're not operate on a high spiritual frequency while your gut is in chaos. You cannot hear the quiet voice of your own soul when your body is running on inflammation and processed food. The cause is what you eat. The effect is who you become. And that is both a scientific statement and a spiritual one. So yeah, what you eat. I've been trying to change my eating. Yeah, I went out and bought that jasmine rice. I guess that's supposed to be good for you. And I'm pretty just on a protein, just meat and rice, meat and beans, meat and tortillas. That Mexican boy, I guess my fork and tortillas. You know how the Americans have their forks, Mexicans have their tortillas. Well, this Mexican does. But I got a couple questions. Let's ask each other and put it in the comments. Give me your answers, man. What did I eat today? And do you know what it's going to do in your mood, your focus, your ability to think clearly? That was kind of all mumbled together. What did you eat today? And do you know what it's doing to your mood, your focus, your ability to think clearly? I don't know. What did I eat today? I just ate a little bit ago, actually. What I eat? I ate breakfast for dinner, I guess you can call it. Eggs, I ate some hash browns, some sausage, and some tortillas. And but the hash browns, all this shit was processed dollar food shit right there. But not all of it, but and let's see. That's what I ate. Eggs. I guess eggs are good for you. Hash brown or potatoes, that's not too much. It wasn't grease. It was probably made in grease, but I did it with the oven. The sausage, probably fake ass food there, but I ate it. I sure did eat it. But yeah, that's what I ate today. And I only eat once a day, maybe once a day. But it's a big meal. I usually do a big meal. I drink a lot, not water, as Will would say. Biz don't drink no. You don't drink water. I can't. That's crazy. But I don't. But I do once in a while, but not all the time. Let's ask another question. Have you ever changed what you ate and felt something shift, not just in your body, but in your mind? Hmm. I have started drinking coffee a lot. Like the last month and a half, maybe two. I've been drinking, probably about a month. I've been drinking coffee a lot. And they say your gut, that coffee going right in my gut. So this is orange juice. Yeah, that stuff going right in my gut. Is that why I feel like I'm in a rut? Am I putting two and two together reading this shit, huh? That is, I put that fucking fake ass cream in there, so that shit ain't good for you. And then all the sugar. Yeah. But I did cut out the Red Bulls. Boy, I used to drink some Red Bulls. What was it? Fucking 3, 4 of them. Well, what was the deal? Three for $8 was the deal. So I buy 3 for work. And then I'd get off of work and probably buy the 7-Eleven or the other deal, the 2 for, I think it was 2 for $6, something like that. See, I already remember the price. And you drink that for the later in the day, later at night. It wouldn't keep me up. I could go to sleep. I'd drink a Red Bull right before I go to fucking sleep. I'll pass out quick. But what I used to drink when I first started was the tangerine orange one, that orange Red Bull. And then I changed I used to drink both of them. I'd variety it up. I'd get the blueberry. That blueberry motherfucker was good. I couldn't help but love that motherfucker. I get that bit every day. Every day I get that blueberry. But then those motherfuckers, man, Red Bull, what is wrong with you? Why do you stop discontinuing stuff? You're killing me. First with the tangerine, you stopped doing that one. And then you fucking started doing the blueberry, you discontinued that one. But it was actually a good thing, but it's probably killing me. Slowly but surely, but we all gotta go sometime. But yeah, saving me money. Shit, what is that? 3 for $8. Sometimes it wasn't even a deal like that. I get that's 2 for $6, two of them, 4 for $12. Spending all kind of loot on this shit. That's crazy. But thank goodness they don't make it no more, so I quit drinking them. And has it made me feel any different? I couldn't tell you the truth. I couldn't tell you if it did or if it didn't. No, I couldn't tell you. But now that I'm reading this, I feel like I'm in a rut. Shit, they discontinued the blueberry fuck like 6 months ago, probably. Maybe 5 months ago. So like a month and a half. So like I said, I'd start drinking coffee. With all that cream, making it cream. Yeah, I got it. I just can't drink water all the fucking time. I don't know why I can't do it. So I go get me I go to Racetrack and get the fruit punch. The fruit punch drink. It's good. I like it. It's not soda, so but it still probably ain't good for you any fucking way. But what is good for you? You have to research that shit, or you can drink some nasty ass shit all the time. Because you know that good shit don't taste good. I'm just what's the word I'm looking for? Assuming, because I don't drink this shit, but I'm sure it doesn't taste good. Let's see. If the cheapest food available destroys the bacteria that produced your motivation and your peace, who designed that system and why? Is it because they know it fucks with us? I'm sure. Shit, like 1980, what? Did they show the ingredients and stuff? This. That's it. Now it's this, all that shit. All of it. All kinds of stuff. So they designed it like that. I'm sure they did. I'm sure they realized that they fucked with us. They don't make us motivated, you know. They don't get us going. It puts us in a mood. But yeah, just try to eat different, I guess. Shit, I haven't ate McDonald's and Burger King for a little minute. Oh, I lie. I ate Burger King breakfast, the 2 for $5, sausage and bacon. I mean, not the sausage and bacon, the bacon, egg, and cheese. About 2 weeks ago, I think it was. About 2 weeks ago. But every fucking day I be craving that McDonald's. I don't know why they got that shit addicted. That shit looks addicted. I don't know what it is about McDonald's. Every day I crave that shit. The double quarter pounder with cheese. That bitch fresh. That motherfucker good. Plain, only cheese. But yeah, I haven't ate that in a while. I've been craving it, but that peer pressure ain't gonna get me. I've been fighting it all the time. Yeah, but I haven't really paid for it. I've been trying to get that Winn-Dixie meat, that cheap meat from the design system. But yeah. So, like I said, feeling like I'm in a rut. I don't know. I just feel weird. It just feels weird right now. I know everybody feels weird, but This is what maybe it is. This might what it might want. This might what it be. All right, let's get into it. Let's get in the next one. Let's see what else. Talking about being in the rut, the economics of the rut, and the system needs you stuck. Do they want it this way? Let's see. The wealth gap in America right now is wider than at any point since before the Great Depression. The bottom 50% of Americans, 165 million people, own just 2.5% of the country's total wealth. Oil just hit 100 barrel. Ooh, $100 a barrel. Mm. Yes, yeah, that bitch is at $4 over here in Florida. New tariffs hit overnight. I haven't heard about the tariffs. I gotta look at that one. Everything costs more, and the people who feel it first are always the people who were already stretched the thinnest. The people hurting are the ones that always get hurt more. Oh, fragment. That's what the DSA. They're just gonna hurt you more. All right, back. Researchers at Princeton and Harvard found something that should stop everyone cold. The mental load of financial scarcity consumes so much cognitive bandwidth that it reduces effective IQ by the equivalent of losing a full night of sleep. Every single day, when you are worried about the money, really worried about the money, the kind that doesn't turn off, your brain is running a background threat program 24 hours a day that uses the resources that would otherwise go to creativity, planning, and a long-term thinking that builds something real. Yeah. Thanks, Princeton. Thanks, Harvard. So I like to do cause and effect here, guys. What's the cause? What's the effect? So let's see. The system doesn't just take your money, it takes the mental and spiritual capacity you need to figure out how to get it back. The cause is economic pressure. The effect is a mind too consumed by survival to build toward anything beyond it. And that is not a side effect, that is design. Oof. Here's what biology and spirit mean on this one. The Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. But I want to flip that. Let's flip that. What about the lack of money? Having no money. And what the constant lack does to the human soul. When you're in survival mode every day, when your nervous system is running threat responses from the moment you wake up, you lose access to the parts of yourself that are most spiritually alive. Your creativity, your generosity, your ability to be present, your capacity to ask the big questions about what your life is actually for. And we always everybody be asking that question. What's this life for? Poverty is not just an economic condition. It's a spiritual interface pattern. It blocks the frequency your soul is trying to operate on, and break out of it doesn't start with you with a budget. It starts with a belief, a deep cellular, biological, and spiritual belief that you were not put here to survive. Well, we're kind of put here to survive. Over 100,000 years ago, yeah. We were built, the brain was built for a world with 150 people in your whole community around campfires, protecting yourself from the predators hand to hand. But now the brain is trying to process wars, AI, alien disclosure, economic collapse, social media, the news that lies to you every single day. Every single day. There is more available to you than the system wants you to think. The cause of the rut is often external, but the effect that keeps you there is internal. And the internal piece, that's where the work lives. Yeah, internal, inside everybody. Inside you again. Yep. Inside you again. So let's get a couple questions. Let's see. Oof. Is being financially stuck a personal failure? For myself, let's see. Yeah, choices. I could have been out there doing something different, probably, with different choices I made. A big choice, I think, was in middle school. In fifth grade, elementary school, when I went to summer school. Well, I didn't. Did I go to summer school in fifth grade? I might have, but in the summer of fifth grade, when I was going to middle school, I was supposed to go to Three Oaks Middle because we moved from our house where we used to live for a long time to San Carlos Park. So we moved to San Carlos Park, and it was mostly all white, preppy kind of school. You know, all my friends that I went with elementary were all going there. Everybody was going there. That's what I thought it was in my mind, a preppy white school. It's stupid, but that's what I thought. And like I said, all my friends from elementary were going to Three Oaks Middle, and a couple were going to Bonita Middle, which is mostly a Hispanic school and more I don't know, different, I guess you would say. So I chose to go to the Bonita Middle. So I lived in San Carlos Park, but my bus stop was across 41. So anybody who lived on 41 on this side went to Bonita Middle. Everybody on this side went to Three Oaks Middle. So I rode my bike from my house in San Carlos Park to the other side of the road in sixth grade to go to Bonita Middle School. And the ride shit was probably about, I would say, 2 miles, maybe 2.5 miles. So I rode my bike every morning, went to the bus stop, and took off to Bonita Middle. And in my thinking back now, excuse me, if I would have went to Three Oaks Middle, would it have been different? For sure. Totally different. I would have had more friends. I would have knew a lot of people there. They would have been cool, chilling. But I chose to go to Bonita Middle, to Hispanic school, which I didn't even know how to speak Spanish. Didn't even know how to speak Spanish. So yeah, I still remember the first day I went there. Um, who was it? To Mr. Clace, I think it was Mr. Clace. First period, I met Eddie and Jesus. Eddie, Jesus, if you ever see this, appreciate you guys. Never forget you guys. Love you still to this day. I know you guys are doing good, and I hope you guys are doing good. And we'll see each other eventually. But yeah, I met them. And get me, this is what I was wearing, Massimo shirts, skater shirts, right? Massimo, that's like a surfer shirt, I think it was. Body glove, wearing that kind of stuff. So I get to middle school. I think it was first day, probably first day, second day. Went to next period. I started talking to Jesus and Eddie. They were cool. They chilled. They talked to me in first period. We're still friends. But next period, I think it was our third period. We were sitting at a table, about three Mexicans there, me, and I think a black kid there was there. I'm not sure, but there was three of them, and one of them started saying, "Hey, what's that shirt you wear?" Like, oh, might as well. He started bragging on my shirt because he knew it was a white boy shirt, and he tried talking to me in Spanish, and I couldn't talk to him back. So he's like, "Oh, you wearing a white boy shirt?" And he scud the book at me, and I caught it. That's boom, and I fucking scooted back at him, and that's when, like, it was like in the beginning of the class, so that's when it kind of like started, I think. Yeah, and then we had to start class, and then whatever happened. Never fought though. They never tried me. That was like the one time. I know they all wanted to fight me. We'll get into stories later on. They all wanted to fight me, but the ladies loved me. I don't know what it was. I don't know what you guys saw, but yeah, it was crazy. So personal failure. If I would have went there, I would have had more outgoing. So going to Benita, I probably took the bad route, got into bad things, gang related, never gang affiliated. But I don't know what I meant there. But I'm saying I never joined the gang, but I knew all the motherfucking gang members, and my cousins were gang members and shit on the other side of the people I was talking to. So it was crazy. But that was definitely a choice. I would never have dealt with none of this shit, I don't think, if I went to Three Oaks Middle. Because we saw, like, when I was out there fucking doing my shit in, like, high school, I saw all the other kids that went to Three Oaks, and we, like, were fucking with them. Shit. I don't know. It was like you knew them, and they knew us. We're from there, they're from there. That's kind of how it was. But I would have been on that side looking at these motherfuckers like, look at them stupid bitches getting shot and shooting drive-bys in the games and shit. What the fuck? And they're over here partying, fucking all these white bitches, cheerleaders and shit. Oh, man. You guys are beautiful. Sorry. I had to take it there, but you guys were beautiful. So let's get back into it. That's just a little side story. Fragment. What's one belief about money you inherited before you were old enough to question it? What's one belief about money you inherited before you were old enough? You had to work to get that motherfucking shit. Or you had to gangbang, or you had to fucking do that side shit. Yeah, you had to work for it. It wasn't given to you. Pretty much. But now I question money. Oof. You got to make it work for myself now. I got to make it work while I was doing nothing, just sitting there. So I guess that's my answer to that one. So let's see. If financial stress is literally shrinking your cognitive capacity every day, what would the first week of a real financial peace feel like in your body? What kind of question? That everybody be feeling joyous, feeling warm right there. You feeling financial peace? Yeah. Is there ever financial peace though? Are you a person able to say that's enough? I don't need no more. Let's help now. I got enough to help. Let's do it. But are you always chasing that money? Chase. Mm, let's see. My financial peace. Whew, I don't know. I'm not really a material guy. I got a couple things, as you see. Saying I'm not a material guy, but that was just shit for fun, I guess. Just to get it. Bullshit. But that play PS5, that boy keeps me entertained sometimes when there's nothing to do. But there's always something to do. But when you think there's nothing to do, that bitch will get you entertained. What's the difference between surviving and building? And which one are you actually doing right now? I guess for me, I'm talking to you guys. Just surviving. I guess, are you guys my therapy? Do I need therapy? No. I'm at peace with whatever I got right now. I'm happy. I'm just in a rut. I just feel like I'm doing this, which is good for me, for my soul, I guess you would say. Yeah. Trying to build something, trying to build a community. So just in case if it all collapses, you have somebody. You have somebody to talk to. You have somebody to hopefully call before it all goes down, or write them a letter, or send that fucking pigeon. Send the pigeon to me. So, oh yeah, biker gang. Let's get it. Oh, I want to ride a bike so bad. Oh, I'd kill myself. So if I ever get a bike, it's no sooner than later after that. But so hopefully I'm actually doing it now. I'm trying to build something, build this community. Hopefully I have somebody to discuss this stuff with. Hopefully he'll come back soon. He's okay, I hope. Hope you're doing well, Will. Get better, bro. So, the rut. It has a biological name and a spiritual cure. Spiritual cure. When human beings put in consistent effort and consistently don't see visible progress, wow, the brain's dopamine system starts to shut down. Dopamine is not just a pleasure chemical, it is the motivation chemical. It is what makes you get up and try. And when the brain stops releasing dopamine in response to effort, because effort has repeatedly not produced a visible reward, you get what psychologists call learned helplessness, the biological state of feeling like nothing you do matters. Learned helplessness. So you learn to be helpless. It's okay, buddy. What's wrong? See, he was chilling all day, laying, relaxing. We go outside. I throw the thing room real quick, and he would be chilling. Now I'm on this thing, and he's crying. He's walking around. He's pacing. It's okay. Do you not want me to get the word out, buddy? Do you not want me to conversate with the world and not build a community? Come on. Jump. It's okay. Say hi. Say hi, guys. Look. It's okay. You're okay. This warms the heart. Big time. Big time. All right. You okay? Yeah. You okay? All right. Go lay down. Go lay down. No? All right. Do what you want. That's Knox security. He's somebody outside. Is that why you're pacing? It's still daylight. I can see him. So, feeling like nothing you do matters. Well, I'm sure everybody's been there. You've all been there. What you do matters. What you do does matter. And the cause and effect of this, learned helplessness looks like laziness from the outside. From the inside, it feels like exhaustion, like running in wet sand. And a cruel biological irony is that being stuck makes it harder to do the very things that would get you unstuck. Less motivation, less clarity, less energy. The rut literally feeds itself biologically. Long words today, screwing them up. Rewind. So, yeah. Here's what the spiritual truth walks into and the biology and changes everything. Because in every tradition that has ever seriously wrestled with human suffering, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, Stoicism, indigenous wisdom, says the same thing about the rut. It's not a punishment, it is preparation. The wilderness in the Bible was not where people want to give up. It is where they went to be stripped of everything false so they could find out what was actually real in them. The desert didn't break Moses, it built him. The dark night of the soul in Christianity Mysticism is not a spiritual failure. It is the threshold right before transformation. Transformation. Cottonmouth. Break. 5 second. No, it didn't break Moses. He went up there, burning bush. Was he told something? Possibly. Possibly. Scientist confirms that this in its own language. The research on breaking learned helplessness is clear. The brain needs small wins, not big dramatic breakthroughs. Small visible proof the effort produces results. One thing done, one step taken, one decision made and followed through. Each small win releases dopamine, and enough small wins rebuild the motivation system from the inside out. Yeah, I can see that when I was doing the research on on this today. Well, a couple days ago. I was like, yeah, I feel that kind of like, all right, that's cool. Let's do this. That dopamine kicking in, giving me that motivation. And then right before the show, I was like, damn, do I ever want to do the show today? Feeling in that rut, thinking, yeah. But yeah, I can see the dopamine. Treat yourself to learn, guys. It gives you dopamine. Definitely gives you dopamine. And that's evidence right here. It happened today. Yeah. So the spiritual answer and the biological answer are the same answer. Start small, stay consistent, trust the process, even when you can't see the destination. Oof. Yeah. This guy, Knight died, and that changed something in me, my process. Probably the kind of the show was born with that process. It changed everything. Everything. But I'm glad it did. That didn't come from a moment of comfort. It came from a moment of loss. When I lost Night, that cracked something open. The rut right now, the funds, the editing, the clips, the uncertainty might be cracked in something open too. Something that hasn't been named yet. Something that is coming, hopefully. No, something that is coming. See, there's that thing. That's where you tell yourself, now hopefully you say yes. It's gonna happen. And what do they call that? Fucking putting that in fucking damn it. See, well, you would have the word. What's the word? Into. Okay, let's get into a couple questions. Have you ever been stuck so deep you couldn't see the way out? And what eventually moved you? Whew. There's been probably a few times for everybody. You've been so stuck that you couldn't see any way of getting out of your situation. Yeah, there's plenty of times. Coming up short of rent, not having rent on time, not being able to pay your bills on time. Everybody goes through that every day. Is it the system? That's why we got to question everything, guys. And thank goodness for this internet that we're getting more into stuff and asking questions. Yeah. I guess doing this show made me feel like I was in something stuck and I had to get out. Because it was in my mind. It wouldn't get out of my mind. Like I said, it was, I don't know what the fuck that was. the motivation was real in that one. Like I said today, I was like, I don't know, I don't do the show. I'll just be nobody's seen it, nobody watching it yet. But fuck it. But nope, I'm here. Motivation to keep on trucking, keep on going, go through it. So, what's one small win you could give your dopamine system this week? Not a goal, just one thing. Well, yeah, I gave my dopamine getting ready for the podcast. Like I said, I was reading stuff, learning stuff. Treat yourself to learn. Treat yourself to learn. It gives you dopamine. Makes you feel good. Gives you motivation. Yeah, pretty much. That was just one thing. I was just reading. And I don't read. I don't think I ever read a book in my fucking life. School was horrible. I might have read a little fucking elementary. All right, let's say from first grade to fifth grade, I probably maybe read not a full book, but a book. And then after fifth grade from on then, never. Not one. Not one. But I like reading now. Like I said, everything's changed in me. Thank you. What's the next death that's going to make me change? Hopefully for the good. Because now I'm just getting older. And you know, when you get older, you start losing. They start losing the fight. But I just heard they can fucking make you young again, I think. I think I was explaining it with Will when they said that you can put the cells in their right spaces instead of fucking going confused and not knowing where to go, and then it goes over here and makes you old and wrinkled and gets you sick. But it goes in the right spot. It keeps your eyes open, keeps your fucking wrinkles gone. It keeps recycling. So yeah. Let's see. Is there something your gut has been telling you to start that your fear has been talking you out of? This podcast. That's my answer. What's your guys' answer? Let me know, man. Put it in the fucking comments so I can read them. No judge here, but I like to read them. Even the bad ones, I won't take no shame. Don't worry. Can't hurt. So, what's my gut telling you? It's the podcast. Do this fucking podcast. We're here. So let's see. What would the version of you on the other side of this rut tell the version of you that's still in it? Ooh. Yeah. Do you ever notice when you get out of your rut? Are you in it all the time, but you get out and you don't even realize you're out of it, but you're feeling happy? What would that version of you say? Just keep on trucking, bro. Do your thing. Keep on moving. The same cliche. But it's true. You got to go through. So let's see. If Night to Death led to this show, maybe, which it did, what is this current struggle building toward that you can't see yet? Is this a question for me? I wanted a question for everybody. This sounds like it's for me. What is this current struggle building toward that you can't see yet? I don't know. I just want to build this. I don't know. I just keep seeing a community. And it's going to be a struggle if it ever happens. It's definitely going to be a struggle, but I'm ready. We ready. We ready. See what it can do. See what we can build. That community, guys. No enemies, man. No enemy. And I know I can't see what's gonna happen, but I'm hoping for a nice, bright future with a lot of people. Yeah. So with a lot of people talking and building things, being creative, doing all kinds of shit. Fun. So let's see. All right. So talking about night, I guess, a little bit. Got that out of me. Life after death. And some people having close to death experiences, near death experiences. Oof. You know who I'm talking about? Major universities, including Yale and NYU, have published peer reviewed research on near death experiences. People who were clinically dead, no heartbeat, no brain activity, come back with specific, verifiable information about events that happened in other rooms while they were flatlined. Information confirmed by nurses, doctors, and family members. So that's three. You got one, yeah, maybe. You got two, Now you got three different groups. The conventional explanation: the dying brain produces hallucinations, cannot account for verified, accurate information the person had no physical way to access. So they say when you die, you pop out, you float into a corner, and you just look. And supposedly, if you want, you can zip through to the other side of the room, the other building. You can zip over here, zip over here if you want. But I guess you don't know that yet. So if you're up there floating, I guess you're just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? But if you're like, what the fuck? And then you're like conscious and you're aware, or maybe you learned something while your soul was on earth. And we're like, think about moving. Can I move? Oh, I did. Shit. Okay. So, but they say it's hallucinations. But just like they said, the doctor saying, because one incident I heard was a doctor used to ask for stuff like this. He's like, "Give me that, give me that, give me this, hand me that," because he didn't want to get his hands dirty. So he said, "Give me that," and then he get it. Give me that, and he get it. So the person flatlined, dead, popped the bug, and he said, "I don't know why you were up there dancing like you were doing something like a penguin or something, like you're flattening your wings." And they're like, "What the hell are you talking about, you crazy bitch?" So he's like, "Yeah, you were floating." And he's like, then the doctor kind of thought, I guess they thought about it. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, you saying I was, yeah, that's how I asked for stuff." He's like, "Yeah, you were looking like that." And it's like, how the fuck do you know that? You were dead, eyes closed, not looking at nothing. Probably have had a curtain on your face because they didn't want to see your face expression because you were dead. But and he said he saw him flatten his arms like that, and he's like, "That's fucking true." So hallucinations, I don't know. So the cause and effect, guys. What the research points toward is that consciousness, the thing that is aware, the experience, the loves, may not be produced by the brain. The brain may receive it the way a radio receives a signal. And when the body stops, when the radio breaks, the signal doesn't end. It just stops having a receiver in the physical world. So, yeah, they say when I've heard that when you, I guess, pass away, I guess, and your soul goes. That's not the same thing. Let's not get into that one. We won't get into that. I'll explain that at a different time. So it just stops having a receiver in the physical world. They say it's a cord you have that you're connected. Invisible cord. So here's where biology and spirit don't just meet, they become the same thing. Every spiritual tradition that has ever existed on this earth has said that you are more than your body, that your soul survives the death of a physical. Christianity calls it eternal life. Islam calls it the afterlife. Buddhism calls it the continuation of consciousness. Indigenous traditions call it the joining the ancestors. And now, in 2026, the neuroscience of near-death experience is saying the same thing from a laboratory. They can't explain it, guys. They can't fucking explain it. So, this matters for the rut. Because if the soul continues, if this biological experience is one chapter in something much longer, then the pressure you put on this moment, this season, this struggle changes. The rut doesn't disappear, but it gets smaller because it is not the whole story. It is not even close to the whole story. Night died, and I felt his absence like a physical thing, like something real had been removed from the air, but I got it replaced with Knox. And I have thought about that a lot. Where did the presence go? Because it was real, more real than most things I can touch. And what the science and every spiritual tradition I've ever studied so far are both pointing towards the same answer. It didn't go nowhere, it went somewhere. And if that's true, then this rut, this show, this struggle, this conversation happening right now with you guys, all of it matters. Not because it's going to last forever, but because the soul having this experience chose it and is still in it. And that means something. Yep. So, yeah, we chose this life. So, I believe we have something. We go on. We float away out of this body, go somewhere beautiful. They say beautiful. They say all love. They say you get to see night again. And I will see night again. And everybody I lost. All my loved ones. And will lose. So that's something I give myself to look forward to. I choose to believe that. So choose how you choose, guys. It still means something. So let's get some questions. Has someone you've loved ever felt present to you after they were gone? And what did you do with that feeling? For me personally, no. Have I seen night in a dream yet? Yes. Has people I love passed away and I haven't felt the same way that I felt like that? Yes. Have the people that mean something passed away yet? No. So we haven't been to that bridge, but we'll get there. And I'm sure you'll notice, but I won't say a motherfucking thing. But no, I haven't felt that. So if consciousness survives death, does that change how much weight you put on any one season of your life? I guess so. I guess you remember everything when you get back to wherever we're from, your soul. So then you don't, would you remember this, I guess? Do you remember every moment of it? I guess we'll find out. But put everything in the moment right now. Yeah, live in the moment. That's what I'm trying. Live in the moment today, right now. Call that person. Yeah, I don't call. Sorry. But call that person, say hi, write a letter, do something. Be in the moment. Go outside, look at the sky. The sky is beautiful. Blue and orange. Oof. Beautiful. Same shit. Beautiful day. So any weight that I put on today, yeah, I want to be a better person, better man. Better before that happened. What would Knight say to me right now? I don't know. Bitch, feed Knox anything he wants. Let him do whatever the fuck he wants. Don't tell him no for nothing. You tell him no, I'll bite you in your butt when you're sleeping in my dream. In the dream. That's what he would tell me. Be nice. Be nice. It's a big word. Be nice. So, yeah. So, oh, we're almost done. Whoa, a little long today. I've been blabbering and telling you stories. That's how we're supposed to do it. So here's what tonight comes down to, guys. Your gut bacteria are shaping your mood, your motivation, your spiritual frequency. And most people have no idea. The economic system is designed to keep your mind so consumed with survival that you can't access the parts of yourself that were built to build something. The rut is biological. It has a name and a mechanism, but it also has a cure. And the cure starts small and stays consistent. And the soul having all of this experience does not end when the body does, which means none of this is wasted. Not the struggle, not the solo episodes, not the nights in the rut wondering if any of it matters. Biology and spirit are not opposites. They are the same truth speaking two different languages. And tonight, both of them are saying the same thing. You are more than a rut. The rut is more than a rut. And something is being built in this season that you cannot see the shape of yet. So keep on going, guys. Keep going. Go through it. You'll come out. Don't worry. So I got another scripture for you guys. Philippines 4:11. I have learned in whatsoever state I am, in this to be content. Yeah. Let's say that again. I have learned in whatsoever state I am, that this to be content. Not happy about everything, not pretending that it's all figured out, but content. Present, still here, still with you guys. All right, guys. Guess that's it for today. Got that out. My therapy, I guess. But yeah. We all got somewhere to go, something to do. We're here for a reason. Just keep trying to find out what that reason is. Treat yourself to learn, guys. Treat yourself to learn. Everybody have a good night.